Welcome to the Sunday Update. Nath Gardner with you. The calls for the federal government to support Julian Assange are growing. The 50-year-old has less than 2 weeks to appeal a decision by the British government to be extradited to the US, where he faces spying charges. His wife Stella urging for more political support for his case.
In terms of public opinion, it's overwhelmingly in Julian's favour, and this is a political case, so that is enormously important.
A new COVID vaccine designed and produced in Australia goes into human trials this week. The DNA-based immunisation is administered as a spray. It's being trialled at Royal Adelaide Hospital. While there are concerns the Victorian government is putting lives at risk in light of COVID restrictions being eased in the state. Next weekend, several rules will be relaxed, including vaccination mandates. COVID has claimed 120 lives in Victoria in the past week, and Melbourne Uni epidemiologist Professor Nancy Baxter says with rules being eased, case numbers and the death toll will climb.
It's distressing, it's confronting. I think there are a few things. This pandemic has been extraordinarily difficult to predict because the virus does change. And there are some changes happening in the virus that are driving up transmission.
Authorities in Germany are investigating several hundred potential war crimes allegedly committed by Russian troops in Ukraine. Germany's federal police says it has received several leads identifying 600 suspects, and the Aboriginal flag will be made a permanent fixture on the Sydney Harbour Bridge. To sport now, and it's brought to you by Ladbrokes Mates Mode, the better way to chat, share and bet together. T's and C's apply, and remember, gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-858-858. In AFL, it was a goal fest at Giants Stadium with 35 scored in total between the Doggies and GWS. In the end, it was the Western Bulldogs getting up 125-105. Winning coach Luke Beveridge says the free scoring style would have been entertaining for the fans.
Ideally, you like to kick that sort of score, but you don't like to let that many through. I can understand for the purists it would have been a pretty good spectacle.
Geelong were too strong for the Eagles in Perth, 81-63, and Port Adelaide beating Sydney. And in the NRL, the inconsistent Eels have downed the Roosters 26-16. Wins also to the Panthers over the Warriors, and the Cronulla Sharks too good for the Titans. And for even more sports news, make sure you check out the Sports Update. You'll find it wherever you're listening to this show. To entertainment news now, all is in readiness for Sunday night's Logie's Awards on the Gold Coast. Gold Logie nominees include Carl Stefanovic, Hamish Blake and Sonia Kruger. UK superstar Robbie Williams has made a flying visit to perform a private show in Melbourne for 800 guests at Crown Palladium. And Toy Story spin-off Lightyear has had a modest opening weekend in the US, raking in close to $50 million at the box office. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another episode of The Update.